Okay, Angela, I actually started my planner, but didn't get around to finishing it this past weekend. So I'm going to make a really quick video, try to make it really quick on my steps with filling it out. So this was the last week, and my first step in my new week is, what am I grateful for? Well, I always think this, it's so funny. I like half the time I put my husband. I don't know why. I'm so thankful for him. He's really good to me. So grateful for is there. And then go down the list. Do we have any upcoming events? Budget planning. Me and Eric are going to try to start doing that like weekly coffee meetup or whatever, where we discuss like what's going on with the family. I've heard somebody else call it, I forget what they call it. But anyways, I think that's very important to do with your husband, like just checking in. What does the next week look like? I've heard from multiple sources how helpful that is for a marriage. Meal planning, I usually fill this out and then I do the meal plans, which I should have done on Friday. And then usually I do grocery shopping based off of that. I just didn't get around to that. So that's okay, right? Not always going to go as planned. You're supposed to put in your grocery runs, like you're working out. You're really supposed to dump everything into the planner, because if it's important to you, you'll put it in the planner and you're not going to waste as much time scrolling on your phone or dawdling, or they say don't multitask anymore. They say literally time block and get things done. They say you'll be amazed how much you get accomplished. So these are just things to consider, and make sure, like say you had a 4th of July party coming up and you need to get hot dogs or whatever, it just reminds you to put that. It just prompts you for those things. Sports. Do we have any games? So we have games this weekend. I already put that in last week. The boys are at camp, and so school stuff, like camp stuff, doctor visits. So this checklist is a quick scan just to prompt some things. And yes, we should be thinking about a date night with our spouses if we have one. If we don't have one, we're praying for it, right, Valerie? Just like I just prayed for you and your husband. Okay, so you go through this, and I'm going to make this fast, so I might go through a little bit slower on my own. And then at that point, for my dump, so next thing is dump everything into the plan. And these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these are hours. So Monday at 5 p.m. yesterday, I gave Sadie to my mother-in-law. So these are, that way you can like open up your whole week and know, like you literally can see your week at a quick view, a quick scan, which is actually very helpful. And then the day, these lines at the bottom are, okay, maybe I have to call the bank or the chiropractor or whatever. I don't necessarily know throughout the day when I'm going to make those calls. Maybe I'm going to start time blocking it. I mean, that would be a good thing. Like right after lunch, I spend 15 minutes and I do my calls. But this is a list of like, need to get done today, but not sure, like it doesn't necessarily have to be done in a certain time block. So this is your daily list. You can check off. You can see that from last week, I have things crossed off. I'm even trying to put things like mow the lawn, because I'm trying to get the boys to do it, and their schedule is so busy this year that I'm like, okay, I need to put it in the planner. So then I go from last week, I go and I look at all of these things. So meaning this stuff, my list, and these things. Did I get everything crossed off? Do I have things that are outstanding that I need to transfer over here? So then I'll transfer it all in, and sometimes I do this part first. I go to June, I go to the monthly, and I look at the week. So for this week, it is June 21. I would start here, and I would put all this stuff in my weekly calendar or planner. So I have the monthly that when something comes up, it's like, oh, there's going to be a camp on this day, and there's going to be this tournament. I just dump that in the monthly and forget about it until I start filling out my weekly, if that makes sense. Trying to think if there's anything else. So I get everything in, and then from that point, I usually figure out what food we're going to have. Especially dinner is so helpful. It is all helpful, honestly, if you can take the time to do it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. But if you can't, at least plan your dinners, because you could wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I'm going to have this chicken, so I need to thaw this out, or I'm going to cut these vegetables because we're having this, or I'm going to throw it in the crock pot, whatever. You wake up and you're so prepared. So then you have that. And then if you want to, there's a priority tracker. So these follow our 6 pillars: God, husband, children, health, budget, home. So for each of these pillars, which if we can operate peacefully and if we can manage our home right, we're going to have these pillars on lockdown. We're going to be good at these things eventually. Of course, some of us are naturally good at some of them already and need work in others. But we could always improve. So like it might be for God, maybe my prayer time. I keep waking up and getting on my phone and doing Align Mama stuff. It's like, well, this is for the mission, but no, I need to wake up, turn my phone off till 9. I literally need to block my phone. I need to probably do that today. And then get my prayer time in, my Bible time in undisrupted. And so that could be something I put there. For my husband, I've been putting submit lately because sometimes I struggle with that. Maybe he says something stupid, but like, why can't I not be a baby and get over it and not snap back at him with something bratty? Or it could be like date nights. Gosh, we haven't had a date night in so long, and so on. And then this is a daily reflection. You don't have to do it, but it is good to do. So we're on Tuesday. I could look back at yesterday and be like, okay, was I like pouty and not happy? Was I feeling like I was dancing yesterday? I would say yesterday I would put myself like right here. And then you just do a quick something why. So I woke up, I did all my morning routine well, ate well, and I did my workout. And so you try to kind of pinpoint, well, why did the day go well, or why did it not go good? It could also be bad of like, I woke up too late, and every time I wake up too late, I'm rushing, I'm behind, I feel like junk, I don't get my workout in, blah, 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 So these things are really good. It helps you get a pattern of why your day went good, why your day didn't go good. And then if you're able to, if you can do all of the cleaning in one day, or you can set a timer for 20 minutes and try to knock off like a zone or a type. So floors on Monday, bathrooms on Tuesday. This like literally set a timer for 15 minutes and knock out what you can get done and then move on. Kitchen Wednesday, Thursday, deep clean and so on. And then these things are daily peace drivers. So for example, we'll do yesterday, and you can cross it off. Yesterday I woke up and I made my bed-ish. So my bed looks tidy, not perfect, but I made my bed-ish. I did put some makeup on yesterday. It made me feel, and all I did was mascara, blush, chapstick. I might have put a little eyeshadow on yesterday, but 3 minutes and it made me feel a little bit better. I did a few loads of laundry and I folded them right away. It's crazy how easy laundry can be, but I know we all suck at it sometimes. If you literally get it out, dump it on your bed, sort it, put it away, maybe 7 minutes. This is dishes. Actually, I did do some dish. I did like half that. This is meal prep. Like, are you prepared for your next meals? This is a workout, and this is resetting your house before bed. I semi did that. So this morning I already did this. I did put. Did I put a load in? I haven't ran it yet, but I did put a load in already, and then I'm getting ready to do this, my workout. So that's it. And then sometimes we have this do, delegate, delete. Sometimes if you fill out your planner and you literally swallow and you're like, dang, I'm going to die. Like, this is just too much. Then you say, what do I need to do? What do I have to do? What can I delegate? And then what can I delete? Maybe I'm postponing this thing until next week because I literally just can't. Because remember, God, husband, kids. If we're doing all these things that like aren't super supportive of putting your family first, then just need to knock it off. Also, when you do your planner and then you do your meals, okay, so this day the boys had practice from 6 to 8 p.m. Well, I have to be very specific, let's do an easy meal on those days. They have youth. Let's do an easy meal on those days, if that makes sense. So I hope this helps. I know it's a lot. We need to do this in person. And I know we need to schedule Rebecca's house event. So I hope this helps.